Hello everybody, it is me Julia and I'm here again with another LEGO CMF draft. So today's will be a LEGO Marvel Phase 4 CMF draft. So it won't include all of Phase 4, it won't be including Black Widow or Hawkeye. Hawkeye, I felt like the costumes weren't like as interesting. And then for Black Widow, they've already made minifigures and stuff. So yeah, all I could really do is fix the face prints and very little things. But yeah, I mainly got this idea from G-Cards and LEGO Mega Artists Marvel Phase 4 CMF Draft. So go check that video out after watching this video, but I'll leave the link here. So in May, I made my LEGO Marvel Disney Plus CMF Draft and put the Disney Plus part in air quotes because not all the figures were exclusively for Disney Plus like they were supposed to. For example, like the Shang-Chi. And yeah, I went a little overboard with the Wanda and Vision characters because I forgot to make one figure, so I just used some prints I already made. So it was pretty lazy of me, which are a couple of mistakes I made. So yeah, it's good to criticize yourself because then you know how to fix it in the future. And this is how I fixed it. So today's video is going to be more of like, a lot of these figures are gonna kind of be like remasters. So yeah, and then two of these figures you guys have already seen in a past minifigure showcase. And yeah, let me show you my LEGO Marvel Phase 4 CMF draft. Okay, so before I warn you, for the introductions to the figures, it might get very repetitive. So I apologize for that. So I tried to line up all of the figures by release date. So for the first couple of shows and movies, they might be accurate, but a majority of them might not be. So keep that in mind. But here we have 60s Wanda, and I've been wanting to make her 60s outfit as a variant for a while now, but I just couldn't find the right place to put it, and then here it is now. So yeah, she uses the Black Widow hairpiece in medium nougat, and the reason why I chose this is because the LEGO Scarlet Witch from the CMF series that we will be getting, leaked, and the hair was this color, so I decided I would do the same. And then she has a new face print, which is very similar, and it is inspired by the Infinity Saga Endgame Final Battle set. Wanda face, I'm sorry, I'm reading this off a script, and the one in the upcoming CMF series, it's the same face as they used in the set, and I'm personally not a big fan of that face. That's why I made a video on fixing it. So I'll leave the link to that here, or a card. But I think it works here since it's focusing more on sitcoms and more like fake smiles and stuff, you know. And then I just added some cheekbones. They're a little hard to see, just to be a bit more accurate. So she has some dual molded arms, but they go a little lower than how low they normally go. And I know LEGO wouldn't realistically do this, but I felt like the printing wouldn't really do it justice. It didn't look as good. So yeah, so she has a new torso print with a little red jacket on and a gold necklace with a little red sapphire thingy, a gem inside of it. I don't know why I said sapphire. And then if you look at the comparison picture, you see that she has roses all over her, I guess her blouse, her shirt, I don't know, that has roses on it. And on the shirt it's a little hard to see on the LEGO one, but it's the LEGO Roses, set number 40460. I just drew over it and put it there, and I think it looks really nice. And then her accessory is the toy helicopter, which I think it's either rumored or confirmed that the one in the CMF series, the one that we'll be getting, will be Monica Rambeau's accessory. So yeah, which is just a little build. I'm excited to see how they approach it, if they're gonna do, well, it said that it was brick built, so Maybe it might be something similar to this, maybe it will not. But this specific build it uses 13 pieces, which might not be too many pieces. Which might be too many pieces. I don't know. But I think it looks nice. It may be a little bit oversized, but I still really like how this figure turned out. Okay, so here we have 60s Vision, which is basically a remaster of my old 60s Vision from my Wanda and Vision CMF draft that I did in March, so I'll leave a card to that here. So he has a new face print, which I'm really proud of, which has him giving a smile to match with Wanda. Because like I said, it's like during the sitcom era, so sitcoms normally they give like lots of fake smiles and stuff. Like I said, yeah, to match with Wanda. His face print was really fun to design with all the different lines, and the Mind Stone isn't the most detailed, but I still like how it turned out. His head is dual molded since his neck isn't silver in the show, but I know LEGO wouldn't realistically do this, but I just wanted to make this figure look a bit more accurate. So he has a normal plain torso in medium nougat with a new torso print of his tie and stripes, which I personally looks better than the one I made in March. And then his accessory is, I guess you'd call it a new dual molded piece. I used it, it's the same piece that I used in my Vision from March, but it's dual molded in gold and black of the trophy he and Wanda win in the talent show for the children. Okay, so here's Falcon. He's basically the most boring figure in this series, because I didn't really like Falcon and the Winter Soldier that much. I didn't find it that interesting, so I apologize if this is like your favorite show. I'm sorry, like I said, go check out G Cards and Lego Mega Artists if you want to see better figures, or Noah R's, which I'll leave a card to here also. But yeah, he has the Lego Star Wars fin hair in black, and he has a new face print, which I used in my final form Falcon from May. I took off the goggles and to keep consistency. And then he has a normal torso in dark stone gray. He has a new torso print, but it's nothing too special. He just has a little, I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah, a collar. He just has a little collar and then just some chest printing. And then his accessory is Captain America's shield with some new printing. I just searched up Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then one of the first things that popped up was this picture, and I was like, okay, it's fine, but I'm not the proudest of this figure, so. Okay, so here we have the Winter Soldier. He looks a lot more detailed than Falcon, so for all you Winter Soldier fans, here you go. So he uses 2016 Superman hair in dark brown, and he uses the same face print for my Marvel Disney Plus, again in air quotes, CMF draft. I didn't really know what other face expression I could give him that I felt fit for him. And then he uses a normal torso and arm, and yes, I said arm. The arm most visible to you uses the same print from the Winter Soldier from the Bricktober pack, but instead of being printed on like a pearlescent silver, it is printed on pearlescent black on a pearlescent black arm and hand. I'm sorry again for mumbling. I don't normally read off of scripts for videos. So he has some new torso printing. All the figures do, so I think I might keep saying it, so sorry if it gets on your nerves. So he has some straps at the top and a belt going across the middle of his torso, and then closer to the bottom of his torso, he has two lines of black, which I think looks pretty neat. And then he has some dual molded legs in dark gray and dark stone gray. It's a little hard to see, but you can still tell that it's dual molded. And then his accessory is the Soviet Red code book he uses in the show. I don't know what that is, so yeah. Okay, so here we have Loki. So this figure and the next figure are the same ones from my minifigure showcase. So I'll leave a link to that, not a link, a card. I keep saying link instead of card, to that here. So like I said, he uses a new hairpiece. It's very similar to the Ollivander hairpiece in black. He has a new face print, which I really like how it turned out. Torso print, I really like how it turned out. I feel like I made the TVA emblem a little bit too big, and then the ties, it isn't supposed to go down in a triangle shape, it's just supposed to cut off. And then, like I told you, I gave him some belt printing. I think it looks fine. I really like how it looks. And then he just has 2 knives from that one episode. I think it was episode 2, where Owen Wilson, Mobius, sorry, gave him the 2 swords. Okay, so here we have Sylvie. So this is also the same minifigure from that minifigure showcase. So I was talking about how I made this figure more accurate, but when the Lego, the Disney Plus CMF series, the actual one that we'll be getting, pictures get revealed, I'm going to be working on how to fix them. And yeah, so I've made this one a little bit more detailed, so you'll have to wait and see how it looks when that comes out. But here's what you have for now. So I used the leaked Lady Loki hair, Sylvie hair, sorry, as a base, and then her roots are a little darker than the rest of her hair, so I added some printing to make her roots look a little darker. And then, like I told you, she has a new face print. She looks a little angry. It makes sense if you've watched the show. She has a new torso print. It's like I said, it's I based it off of the official one that we'll be getting. Just little different details and stuff. So yeah. And then she has some arm printing. I thought it was really good at the time, but the one that I did it yesterday. I think looks a lot better. And then she just has some dual molded legs in pearlescent black and black. And then her accessory is a little build for the pruning baton thing. I don't know what you'd call it. Would it be a baton or like a prod, or I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Okay, so I apologize for how awkward I sounded during those 2 figures. Those weren't scripted, so I basically had to come up with it on the spot. So yeah, but here we have Shang-Chi from, you guessed it, Shang-Chi. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it Shang-Chi or is it Shang-Chi? Because I've heard multiple people pronounce it either way. But let me know in the comments below. So his hairpiece is the 2016 Superman hair in black. And then before I get into the face print, I just wanted to point something out. When LEGO released the Shang-Chi sets, sorry, I dropped something. They gave everybody a light nougat skin color, so like Caucasian people skin color. I'm sorry I said it that way. Which isn't very consistent when looking at the LEGO Cho Chang minifigure. So I made the skin color for him light orange, like the Cho Chang minifigure, which I really like how it looks. So now on to his new face print, which I feel like it looks a lot better and it looks a lot more like Simu Lao. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I had a friend whose last name was Lao, so I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then, like I was saying, I think this face looks a lot more like the actor than the Draco Malfoy face that they reused for him, which I don't get how. That's my phone, sorry. Which I don't get how they thought they looked similar. So he has a new torso print, which I based off of a Lego Letterman jacket from Hidden Side, I'm pretty sure. And he has some dark royal blue arms with no printing on it or anything, and then he just has some plain black legs. And then his accessory is one of the 10 rings, and then his other accessory is one of those vine pieces in transparent yellow to represent his powers, which you can see in one of the Shang-Chi trailers, or Shang-Chi. I still don't know how to pronounce it. So here we have the Inferma Turtles. So she uses the Wonder Woman hair in light yellow. At the time, I thought this was a good idea, but now I think I should have used like the generic woman hair. But here, this is what you got. This is what we have. So she has a new face print with her tiara on her forehead. I really like how the face print turned out. I think it looks a lot like Angelina Jolie. And then she has some dual molded arms in light nougat and brick yellow, which from the trailers and stuff, they aren't dual molded. It's just, it looked very plain, and I didn't know what to put for arm printing. So she has a new torso print with some gold detailing and a belt thing that continues down to the hip piece, which then leads to like a fabric print covering some gold details on her legs. And then her accessory is a staff she has in the Eternals trailer. I think this figure looks pretty cool, and when LEGO officially releases the LEGO Eternals set photos, I will be doing a comparison of this figure, and it'll just be this figure because I don't think I'll be making any of the other figures. So I'll be comparing those, so stay tuned. Okay, so here's Peter Parker's Spider-Man. So he uses the existing Spider-Man face print from the accessory pack, which we either got 2019 or 2020. I forgot. I'm pretty sure it was 2019. So he has a new torso print, which I think looks really cool, with all the little gold and black detailing. Then he has some arm printing with a strip of red and gold detailing. This figure has a lot of gold detailing. And then he has some leg printing, which actually continues onto the feet for once, which LEGO oddly never does. But for the white Vision, they're gonna do it, but the Spider-Man in the CMF is not going to have it. So I'm just a little confused about that, on why they haven't continued it down to the toes, but whatever. And then his accessories are some of the existing spider web pieces. Okay, so now we have MJ. So her hairpiece is not a new piece. I used it in one of my past minifigure showcases for Wanda Maximoff while Wanda Vision was like still in like its huge thing. I don't know what you'd call it, like the Wanda Vision phase everybody went through. So yeah, but except this one is in dark brown, not the dark orange like I did for that. She has a new face print, which I've never been prouder of making a face print. I think this face looks a lot more like Zendaya than the one LEGO used. So yeah, I'm really proud of it. And she has a new torso print, which I mainly looked at the Funko Pop for a main reference, since there weren't that many good pictures of her. So yeah, it's just a sweater with a little like graphite necklace. It looks pretty neat. It's not the most detailed. And then she has some dual molded legs to represent her boots that she's wearing, also based off of the Funko Pop. And then her accessory is a computer in silver, because in some of the set photos they were doing something on a computer. I'm not exactly sure what, but I just decided to give that to her as her accessory. Sorry if I'm talking weird. I'm literally filming this at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I may sound a little tired, so I apologize. So here's the one and only Doctor Strange, which are mainly based off of this concept picture, but I'm not 100% sure that this is like what his outfit is really gonna look like. So I'm just hoping that it's not similar or close to it. But yeah, he uses the dog trainer hair in black with some white printing on the sideburns. And then after making this figure, I realized that his hair is more dark brown, and then I tried it on him, but I felt like it didn't really look like him. But I just decided to keep it black. So he has a new face print, which is basic. Well, it's not new. Well, it is new, just with little differences. He has a new torso print with some gold and red and blue details, which I really love how it looks. Yeah, I guess you'd say love. I like it. Okay, I think love is a little bit too strong of a word. And then he has some arm printing with some dual molded hands, in which I know LEGO would never do, but like I said, I want to try to make these figures more accurate. And then he has a belt type piece thingy looking, I don't know what to call it, which looks, like I said, like a fabric thing by the concept picture that continues down to his black legs. And then he doesn't have an accessory because I didn't know what to give him, but he does have a cape in dark red with some gold trimming, and like I said, I'm not sure if this is what Doctor Strange is gonna actually look like, so like I said, I'm hoping that it's something similar. So now we have Thor from Thor Love and Thunder, and I really liked how this figure turned out. He uses the Aquaman hair in sand yellow. He has a new face print, which for the beard I based it off of the Infinity Saga set's Thor beard, but everything else was me. So I really liked how the face print turned out. He has a new torso print of a dark red leather jacket with some black detailing, and then he wears like a tank top under of like a scythe looking thing under it. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I don't think anybody knows what it is, but hopefully we'll find out when the movie comes out. He has some dual molded legs in royal blue and bright yellow with some boot printing with some tiger straps, which I really like how it looks. And then his accessory is Stormbreaker, which uses the Monkey Kid hilt in light brown with the other same pieces as Stormbreaker did in the sets. And then, like I said, I really liked how this figure turned out. I'm very satisfied with how it turned out. So here's the last figure, Miss Marvel / Kamala. I'm not sure what her last name is. I don't read the comics or anything, so I've just recently got into Marvel. So yeah, please excuse me if I don't know a lot of things about Marvel. So yeah. She uses the Wonder Woman hair in dark brown. She has a new face print, which is very similar to the one I made in May, just with some more detailing on the mask, and the eyes, I think, look a little better. She has a new torso print, along with some side arm printing, which I think is a good step. It's a step up from my old one, but you guys may have different opinions. I don't know. I personally think that this one looks a bit better. And then she uses medium legs in dark red with some leg printing, which we haven't seen LEGO really do much. And she has no accessory. Okay, so that's today's video. I really hope you guys like this series. I had lots of fun making it. I already recorded it, but then I had to delete it because I had too much storage. So I had to delete some stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to get this out to you guys. That's why I'm recording this at 2 a.m. because I wanted to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. So yeah, I was planning on it coming next week, or last week, my bad. I'm a little tired and drowsy, so I might get mixed up. So yeah, I was planning for it to come out last week. I keep saying next week, last week. So yeah, leave your thoughts about it in the comments. Please like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to see more content like this. And everybody have a nice day, stay safe, and wear your masks. Bye.